The experience of colonialism in Fenno-Scandinavia differs from that of other indigenous groups. While, for example, the Americas experienced a sudden rupture in the arrival of European settlers, the process was much more gradual in Fenno-Scandinavia. Sami peoples, for example, saw the gradual expansion of their southern neighbors into Sapmi. Over the course of the medieval to early modern era, land was turned to non-Sami settlers and used for farming, mining, and forestry, rendering this land unavailable to Sami for traditional subsistence activities like hunting, fishing, and herding. In 1910, Johan Turi wrote, "But the crown has taken these lands away from the Sami and giving them to the settlers, and has shifted the border between the two groups bit by bit, until the part left to the Sami has become so small that the Sami can no longer survive on it." Starting in the 1800s, Sami became regarded as racialized others. Arctic states enforced policies of cultural assimilation explicitly aimed at creating uniform populations and eradicating Sami culture. In Norway, for example, the policy of Norwegianization sought to reduce feelings of identity and community within minority groups while creating a stronger sense of nationalism. To this end, Sami children were deracinated and sent to boarding schools where it was illegal to speak Sami. Such measures were successful in widely suppressing and sometimes eradicating Sami cultures and languages in Fenno-Scandinavia. They have, for many, resulted in deep feelings of shame and generational experiences of oppression. These policies began to be repealed during the 1950s, partly due to the recognition of indigenous rights by international law mechanisms. A crucial turning point for Sami rights in Norway came in the form of the Alta protests in the 1980s. These were a reaction to the government's plans to build a dam and a hydroelectric power plant that would flood a Sami village and disrupt reindeer herding. These protests were the biggest example of civil disobedience in Norwegian history, leading to the creation of the Sami Parliament of Norway in 1989. The Swedish and Finnish Sami parliaments followed in 93 and 96 respectively. Still, Sami communities in northwest Russia remain without political representation.